Do you think playing poker, or let me phrase it this way, do you think everyone can become a professional poker player?
No. I think that most people can't become professional poker players.
Of course, with studying and putting in the effort.
Yeah, there's a natural aptitude needed. I don't necessarily, that's something, and I've said this before in past conversations, it's something, we all probably sit around and think how, other than a lot of luck, like really, how did I excel at my job? Like, how did I do it? It's like pretty obvious if you're LeBron James, why you excelled at basketball. You're 6 feet 8 inches tall and you can jump out of the gym and, but as a poker player that plays a mind game, a competitive game, I sit around and I think, oh, what attributes led me to being really good? And there were a lot of natural things that I had that other people don't have. But most of the stuff that I have, you could get with hard work, And I think that almost everyone could be a somewhat competent poker player. But I think other than aptitude, it's just a personality thing that most people don't want, that much risk, dealing with so much being out of your control. Like most human beings don't like that. They want something that's predictable.
Yeah. What do you think was the aptitude, or let's say the characteristic that helped you the most to become good in poker?
So a few things were, like I said, I really, really, really just naturally loved it. I don't know how that happened, but the first time I was dealt a hand of poker, I was fascinated by it. And then I like risk. I like doing things that, I'm done being like a daredevil, but like whenever I was in my teens and early 20s, I would do crazy stuff. I'd jump off 30-meter cliffs and just do crazy shit left and right. But nowadays I don't like that, but I still like something that kind of gets the competitive juices flowing for me. So being naturally very competitive, liking risk, loving the game, and later in my career, just finding out how much I like being analytical. That wasn't something, whenever I started playing poker, I didn't really consider how much I like to just break down things and think about why stuff works the way it works. But I think that's, for me, that's why. There's nothing really very special about why I've excelled, other than I have a lot of grit, and I'm always very motivated somehow. I'm just naturally a very motivated person, self-motivated.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like especially that part that you mentioned, I think is extremely valuable and highly, highly neglected. To look at who you are, what are your traits, what are your characteristics, especially the way you have been raised.